Hey, hello there again. In this movie I'm going to demonstrate how you are going to use the pen tool. And for these small details in here I'm just going to use the pen tool. And if I zoom in and I have my pen tool, just the regular pen tool, and I just click. You can actually start click and drawing, then you get these special handles on the first vector point. Then I click and and drag again, and then click it and drag, and then that's actually it. Now I want to finish it, but you can see when I move my mouse around, I still have, it's still attached. If I click again, I will still, sorry, just have to turn off the light. I would still have this, I'm still drawing something, yeah. So to get rid of that, I press escape on my keyboard, like that. And I don't want any fill in it, so I just put it like this as a stroke. I go to my swatches and I choose the black one here, and I find my stroke panel, it's here. And remember, oh, I just closed it. So up in window and stroke, here we have it again. I notch it up like that, and I want rounded cap. That's suit best for my design. Oh, and I don't want, it's going to be a thin stroke, by the way, thinner than that too. Yeah, so that was one of the details. Then I have another detail over here, and I click and drag so I get these handles. Yeah, click and drag, and then that's it. Press escape. And now my stroke panel, it remembers the settings from before. So I can draw like that, and then I just put them over here and arrange them. I'm just going to use the arrow keys here, and if I only press the arrow keys, it takes these small jumps, but if I press the shift key while I'm pressing the arrow keys, then I can make these big jumps, and that's more handy. And putting this over here as well. I can, of course, also, if I think that this method before was a bit tedious with taking the simple shapes and then taking the puppet tool and making the shape asymmetrical and organic like that, I can, of course, also just draw this with the pen tool. A lot of designers in my age would do that because that's how we learned to do it. So just click and drag, and so you can draw with the pen tool. Just remember that it's very important that we don't have too many vector points. So don't do like this. I see some students do like this. We don't want that. That's not professional design. I'm just going to undo this. We get way too many vector points and it's going to be way too undefined. So like that. So that's also like a pretty fast way of drawing the shape that I wanted. I would say that would be the most easier way, but yeah, this building with the simple shapes also gives some kind of, and then also simplified the path. I can try to do that with this one as well. Object, path, simplify, and simplify it a little bit. Yeah, that was too much there. But there are 15 parts, that's pretty okay. And so that was a quick way to actually draw this shape without using the warp or the puppet tool. So you can also draw your design with that, as long as you remember that you keep it simple, that you don't have too many vector points. And yeah, you can also always fix it a little bit with the path and then object path and then simplify path. I think that was actually it. That was what I had planned to show you. Oh yeah, that was the tools I planned to show you. What is also quite handy to know when you work in Illustrator is how you can actually select things and how this group works. You saw on LinkedIn Learning, you saw a tutorial about how to group, so you know that. But you can group your things together. If you have drawn a lot of things on different layers, that's another way to keep things organized. I just draw this one, give it one of my colors, like that. Oops, cancel. Look over here in the layers palette, I have drawn all the other stuff. I just drew that on one layer. You can do that, and then I made a new layer and drew this one. But if I take and select the two of these shapes and I group it, object group, poof, it merges it on the same layer. So that's what happens when you group it. Over here in the layers palette, which is quite handy as well, if you need to select something, if you have, a lot of different game elements and a complicated background design, the more you draw, the more things you get over here. And it can be pretty difficult to select things in here. You can go over here in your layers palette, and if I click this circle over here, you can see I select everything that's in that layer. I can also open this layer up by pressing the small arrow here, and we see everything that's actually in there. So if I don't need to have this one selected, I can select things over here, pressing shift down, and I can select everything here. So say I only want to select the mouth, I can select only the groups here that contains the mouth. So that is an actually quite nice way to select things in Illustrator. Another quite handy way to select things is to use the select menu up here in Illustrator. So if I click something, this one, and I want to select something that is similar to this one, only the green one here, see if I can do that. I say select, and I say same, and I say same fill color. Okay, now nothing happens. That's probably because it's grouped. I'm in a group, so you only select things in that group. Just try to ungroup it and then select this one and then say select same fill color. See, now it selects both this one and this one over here because it has the same color. So you can also select by same appearance up here. Yeah, appearance, blending modes, blah blah blah. Lots of opportunities. So that is also a thing that is quite handy when you are working in Illustrator. That was it. Now you have a lot of tools to go ahead and draw your design in Illustrator. Remember to keep it simple. Don't have that many. We don't want to see design filled with a lot of vector points, and don't use the pencil over here. I don't see that many professional working with UI design and web design using the pencil. So please use the tools that we showed you. Draw with simple shapes and draw with the pen tool. They're really useful when you're working with design. So yeah, enjoy, and I look forward to see your design. Bye.